Hello.
Hello, good morning. Welcome. My name's Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay. I don't know what's up with my lighting today. I'm more pink than usual, usually more pale. I we're here to play a Star War, and our GM is Blythe Kala 93, above and to my right. Blythe, who are you and how did you get in here?
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry if you hear my dogs. As usual, they are loud. I am Blythe Kala, and I am GMing this wonderful Star Wars Silence in the Force game. I am excited and also a little sad because this is the finale.
Aww.
I'm excited to have a break, but I'm also like, oh, this was so much fun. I love doing this, and my players are so wonderful. So let's go around and meet the lovely people who make this all possible, starting with Joey.
Hi, I'm Joey. That's my name. Who am I playing? I'm playing Shio Mark, the Jedi Knight. And I'm also very sad that this game is coming to an end because I've gotten to live my Jedi fantasy, which is everything I ever want to do in my entire life ever. He's a Jedi Knight and is a Blade Master. Wanted to see and experience true adventure and unfortunately got his wish. Is a bit sadder and a bit wiser because of it. And I'm going to pop it back over to Blythe.
All right. Pooja, tell us who you're playing.
Hello, I'm Pooja. I'm playing Kira Wren, descendant of Sabine Wren, and a Mandalorian who, learned important things about family and trust and possibly not feeling super inadequate for being who you are.
Aww.
Jay.
Hi, y'all. I am Jay Hotham playing Trash Penta, who I am proud to say lived firmly and completely up to his name. I am a Twi'lek, a Jedi School dropout, and I learned absolutely nothing about anything useful, and may be the villain. So, good times.
Are we the baddies?
Are we the baddies?
You stopped the villain.
Yes.
A villain. We stopped a villain.
Yes.
The villain that I planned.
Well, if I've learned anything from Star Wars, there's only one villain at a time. And you just take them out and then the galaxy's at peace forever. The end.
And
Well, there's really usually about like 2 to 3 villains at a time, and then you have to take out the lower level one, and then the next one. It's like you have to work your way up
It's
to
video
the
games.
Well,
yeah.
That's what we did. And now we just have the last one to take out.
I was going to say there is very often a thing in Star Wars where the person who takes out the villain turns out to be the villain, and you're like, oh, right, using your powers in anger is bad. But anyway,
This is a fun little slight segue before we learn who Jason is. I realized today it needs some work, but I can do an okay Rey impression. And I was like, oh no, all the trash talking I can do about Kylo Ren in this voice. Hour and a half!
yes.
I would like to have a demonstration, please.
Yes.
Hold
You
on.
can't bring it to the table without actually presenting it.
It needs some work.
If you don't know, I'll blow you up.
No, I accidentally made her a Palpatine when I was doing it too, so hold on.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Uh,
I need to go back and watch Poison Ivy again because I'm losing my Bane voice and I gotta practice it.
okay. So it's like, it'll take my British accent and then I take it down a little bit. And then it's like, Ben Solo, you're not my only hope.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's just literally like taking my British accent and then going down.
And we're gonna have to limit that because we can't afford a Daisy Ridley here. So
Yeah, I gotta figure out all the funny things I'm gonna make her say now. Especially because it's a dream cosplay of mine. Because I love Rey and I don't care what anyone says. All right, Jason, tell the people who you are.
hold on. First, I need to respond to Dork Lord Canada's assault. This actual violence. If Chewie is short for Chewbacca and 3PO is short for C3PO, what is Luke short for? A stormtrooper. But
Here for it. I love it. I love my Luke boy. His little short heart.
that's
guns.
that's our moderator committing crimes in the chat. So
My favorite
No
thing.
jury would convict him.
My favorite thing was learning that he's not actually that short. Like Harrison Ford is.
he's a normal height guy. Mark Hamill's like 5'10" or whatever. Like,
Yeah, he's like average height, and Harrison Ford just wears boots.
and I think Harrison Ford is like 6'1"
Harrison Ford's
or
pretty
something,
tall.
but-
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
When I saw him in person, I was surprised at how not tall he was.
Huh.
Oh.
Okay.
He's also older now, and he could have just been like. And he was also standing next to Ryan Gosling.
Oh, who is legitimately tall.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
like, and Robin Wright, and I was like, you all are really tall.
That would be a very
And
that's
distracting
not tall.
collection of people to see.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
I was.
wait,
It was
wait.
I
You
was
didn't
working
lead
at
with
Comic-Con,
Robin Wright?
and I was working for IGN, so I was in all the press junkets. So I was like I was working for IGN, so I was hiding in the like Hard Rock the whole time. So I basically saw every celebrity who showed up at Comic-Con ever, and it was the year that Blade Runner 2049 was coming out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
that
was,
makes sense.
I was trying to figure out like how that particular assemblage of people was standing together, and I was like, I don't know what.
They got on the wrong train.
And I also met the Black Eyed Peas. It was a fun year.
Ooh.
I got tripped over by Aubrey Plaza. Who is
She tripped over you, or you tripped over her?
She tripped over me,
Yeah.
which is a thing, an ongoing thing at conventions. William Shatner also tripped over me. And I'm like, do you just not see me?
Is it-
Am I just that short?
Is it
Like,
because
come
you're
on,
dashing out at them from like the bushes or something?
I'm just,
Oh, he
Like
tripped
a
over me
deer
when I
at night.
charged his knees.
I was sitting on the floor and William Shatner was being rushed by. And like, I was out of the way by a plug because it's a convention. So I was trying to charge my phone. And he was whatever. I don't know how he got in my way. I was next to a wall. I wasn't where he needed to go. And for some reason, I got tripped over. And I was like, seriously?
What you're saying is you doomed his one chance at escape.
He had his people with him, so he was getting away pretty quickly.
No, I mean
don't know
from
why
his people. I meant from his
He
people.
was trying to make a break for it. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he had his handlers, but he ran into me. And then Aubrey Plaza was like in a hurry, and I was trying to go to the bathroom, and she just bumped into me and tripped over me. And I was like, God damn it! I mean, this could make a great meet cute, like Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that sounds like the start of a great rom-com.
Yep. Would watch.
Yeah.
So what I'm just hearing is be around Blythe at conventions.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll get tripped
And wait
over.
for the richochets.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
Be ready
Help
to
them.
catch a
I'd be the one to
celebrity.
help them up.
Exactly.
I got this one.
It was fun. It was a fun time. It's fun working I like Comic-Con and I like going, but I much prefer being there as press because you get into weird shit and you get to see some cool stuff.
Yeah, I bet it's a lot less stressful too. Like just yeah.
Not in a hotel. Like you go to the floor when you need to shoot something and then you go to the hotel.
Yeah.
Great. All right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what's Jason Ba?
So hi, I'm Jason, and I'm playing Kieran Wren, or played Kieran Wren for this campaign. Also an Umbaran Mandalorian, descended from Sabine Wren, my twin sister Kira. We were raised Mandalorians, and then I early went to the Jedi boarding school, and so became a nerdy Mandalorian, aka the Mandobrarian, and then I guess it's okay for spoilers. We mentioned to folks that it's our finale epilogue episode, so lost his ability to manipulate the Force in the course of the story. It's the Force, of course. So there was a silence in the Force. It's the name of the show. But yeah, he's sort of techie archivist, scholar. That's the word I was going for. He's like a Jedi scholar, culturally Mandalorian, all that kind of stuff.
All right. Now we know who everybody is. Who wants to do the recap? I don't know if a thread even matters here because it's literally the last episode as far as we know. So who wants to say what happened last time on this?
Do it. I want to
Do
do
it.
it.
No?
Do it, Kira.
Unless somebody else really wants to do it.
I think
No.
I think Pooja should or Jay should. Only because I didn't get to do my re-listen this morning. Because
I want Pooja to do it.
I thought you were going to say you were going to do it.
No.
Okay, so as we rejoined our intrepid heroes, we had convinced Trash to come back to the Jedi Academy with us. No pressure. If he wanted to leave after that, maybe they could get him set up, but bringing all the artifacts back, including his Sith holocron. But when we got there were like 20, 25 children of the void going in and out of the Jedi Temple. They were bringing Jedi out in chains. The head baddie Sith Lord was leading I lost her name again.
Darth Anonymous.
no,
Oh,
Solanara.
Solana?
Solana, that's it.
I thought you said Sith Lord. I was trying to make a "we're live" tweet.
So the head baddie Sith Lord, whose name we did not know until the very end,
That's right.
was
Never
leading
asked.
Solana out, along with almost 19 other Jedi, including some Padawans, the poor
Aw.
little Padawans. And they were loading them onto transport ships, assuming we assumed to go take them where their force power could be siphoned from their bodies. We decided to do both a flanking and frontal attack. Kieran and I were going to take the sides, and Trash and Shio coming in from the front to distract them while we took out the transport ships, freed the Jedi, and basically created chaos. I mean, no one would expect me to create chaos. I don't know why.
A little chaos.
Oh,
That's a treat.
The Sith Lord is very tall, but also built. They're a basketball player, is basically what we're saying. But Shio came in and decided to challenge them to a duel. So that that would be the major distraction, and it would also force the other children of the void to stand down. But during the middle of this duel, Trash shot them in the head
Right, I
and
did.
shattered part of their mask.
Mm-hmm.
Master Shio broke the rest of the helmet, revealing the Achani woman's face. She was real mad that the rules of the duel had been broken, and alternately went after Trash instead of Shio, and she managed to swipe his blaster that had his kyber crystal inside of it and used that kyber crystal to sap some of Shio's energy from him into her, and absorbed the kyber crystal into her body, which was real creepy.
Yep.
Do not like. Trash did not like having his kyber crystal taken from him. He made that blaster. That was his
Mhm.
blaster.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a lot of back and forth with Shio. It was an epic battle, epic duel, lots of crazy stuff going on. But then and we thought I blew up some stuff to force the Children of the Void to release the Jedi, and the Jedi started to fight back. Kieran managed to find exactly the right thing in the transport ships to disable them so they couldn't get away with the Jedi. Then I blew up the front of the academy in order to keep the Sith Lord from getting to Shio and Trash. It didn't quite work out as planned, but it was really cool because like a column fell down in between them, and then Shio used the Force to like do crazy Yoda backflip action and pulled the column towards the Sith Lord, and then the Sith Lord was like, haha, no. But so the Sith Lord goes after Trash and starts to lightning bolt him. And Shio blocked it with his lightsaber as a shield, but then he couldn't like take the amount of power that it was, and the lightsaber went flying, and he's getting electrocuted. And I shot her hand off to stop that business because no one needs that. And also it's Star Wars, so someone has to lose a hand. Better her than us. But no blood came out of this wound. Instead, it was this weird, like wispy smoke, and the smoke came from her arm and attempted to reattach the hand to her body. So that was real creepy. And then Kieran came and like he got into it with the Sith Lord also, like, and the while the Sith Lord was like the Sith Lord grabbed Kieran and started to like do some crazy like Force stuff where it would suck the life out of his body. And all the meanwhile, like as the Sith Lord is taking more damage and all this wonderful crazy stuff is happening, the Children of the Void are coming in and disappearing, and wounds on the Sith Lord's are healing. So basically, the Children of the Void are sacrificing their life force so that this person will live, which is a big no-no. Kids, don't join cults.
Yep.
But so Kieran is dying, and Trash comes up, and he is so angry, and he's got this great power and great turmoil inside of himself, and he picks up the lightsaber from the Sith Lord. He picks up one of the Sith Lord's lightsabers, and he picks up Shio's lightsaber, and he comes from behind and goes whoop, and beheads the Sith Lord.
Yep. The old
Thus
Count
saving
Dooku.
Kieran's life. And the Children of the Void come up, and they're about to, like, they're chanting, and they're like, more sacrificing is starting to happen. And Shio was like, no more of this. And he reaches back into his mind, and he remembers the Force bubble that Kieran used to shield the holocron from all of us. And he created a Force bubble around Kieran and the Sith Lord, thus stopping the Children of the Void from being able to revive the Sith Lord from a beheading. I swooped in and took away the head, and then dealt with that in a very definitely didn't explode it at a safe distance, and it definitely didn't turn into what was basically a shadowy black hole. So, and when I came back, Trash was really like, he had started to like get like there was so much evil and power and like anger, and it had started to like take over his skin, and there was like, an aura of bad, very bad. But I thanked him for saving Kieran, and he we all let him know that we would be there for him. And he was like, I need to GTFO. And he walked into the desert. And as he walked off, Kieran tossed him a tracker that was not on, but said when he was ready, he could turn it on. And then everybody like went into, the med bay because almost dead. And while they were sleeping, I questioned the cultists and found out that Darth Ananis, the basketball playing Sith Lord, had created the children, and their main base was on Moorband, but they travel all over the galaxy. They can make more of the devices that suck the force out of people, but without Darth Ananis there's nowhere for it to go. And she was their goddess. So at the very least, we're not going to have more people disconnected from the force right now, but also we need to clean up the rest of this terrible culty action. That
So
was really long. Sorry, but it was a great fight.
It was.
Yep.
It was awesome. But it basically boils down to that I've learned is it was Adonis all along.
Oh no. But now I'm just listening to that song in my head, and it was great.
Welcome to my world for the last 3 weeks. I live here now.
Yeah, so things were intense.
Yep.
Yeah. So now, everybody, it's epilogue time. Basically, this is cleaning up your messes slightly, possibly. I wasn't expecting you to do a full-on head on assault last episode, so I was like, well,
I'm responsible for none messes. I've never done anything wrong ever.
We know this and we love you.
Yep.
Money, please.
All right. So Kieran is still kind of healing up in the med bay. Well, let's just fast forward a couple days. You're healed up. You're resting. Roll me some judgment, Kieran.
Oh, okay. It's a 10 on the dice, but I might have a minus to judgment. Hold on.
If that's the case, can we all, does that mean we all have negatives to judgment?
No, I think I got mine zeroed out. Oh, no, I have a +1 to judgment now. Thanks, advancements. Metal. Metal is where I'm not great.
Mm-mm.
This is what I get for tidying up my desk.
You fool.
I'm pretty sure it's a +0, so it's a 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I thought you were going to be like a bad one. All
No.
right. Yeah. You have noticed, you have started to notice that your connection to the Force is restoring itself.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
It's not fully back, but you have begun to notice, like, Solana can actually speak directly to you now without having to look for you.
So kind of like how a wound heals. This is sort of recovering and healing. Okay.
Yeah, you haven't been able, you could lift some pebbles, but you probably couldn't lift a boulder right now.
Sure.
But you are noticing it coming back, which is, I don't know. How does Kieran feel about that?
I think there's conflict there because in a short period of time, he knew either he was gonna fall apart or come to terms with losing this ability, and very quickly moved himself into coming to terms with losing access to this. And so I think he's a little bit spun of no, I was ready to deal with this change, and now it's unchanging. And that is it spins him a little bit. He's excited about it, but probably also now knows what it feels like to lose it and isn't putting all his eggs in that basket, of yeah, I hope I get to use this again, but I relied on it too much before, and I'm gonna let it be a secondary part of my life instead of my whole life. And that is, I think he's just a little hesitant to go all in.
That's fair. All right. So you've begun your day doing your meditations and things, and Kira, where are you?
I think that I am still down there. I'm having a session with my Jedi therapist.
Okay.
Because just because we have defeated the big bad does not mean I need to stop the work on myself.
Yeah, Alista is down in the it's in the same room you were in before, down in the little like dark side study area. It's a sparring dojo, but it's a little separate from everything just because that group's a little strange, as we know. You walk in and Alista is just kind of standing there, her hands behind her back. She's like looking off in the distance for a second, and then she turns and she's like, "Ah, yes, I was expecting you'd come back."
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot going on, but I still want to keep doing the work. And I don't think that Key and the hologrons, plural now, are going anywhere. So
Yes, that makes me happy, I think. Yes, happy is the term. I am glad that you want to work on yourself more. It is necessary, I believe. I think that more of our archaeologist types should be studying these things, just because we send a lot of you out to collect these artifacts, and then, well, you're not the first person to have the same kind of dealing or feeling that has happened. And personally, I have a little bit of an issue with the fact that no one takes up my proposal to train more of you. All right. There's like a twinge of bitterness in her otherwise unemotional voice.
oh man, I just had flashbacks to college.
Oh, flashbacks to every job. Anyways, but she turns and she's like, "Let us begin," and she kind of motions for you to get into sparring position.
Okay.
So, you faced this Sith Lord, yes?
Yeah, I mean, Shio and Trash face the Sith Lord.
Yes, but you helped, correct?
Mhm.
And they are alive because of your help?
I like to think so.
No, you have to know so. Remember, you have value here.
Yes, Shio was alive because of my help.
Good, yes. This is good. This is progress. And as this is happening, make me a metal roll because you are sparring as you're doing this.
Under pressure. So much emotion. Oh, nice. That's an 11.
Oh,
My dice approve of therapy.
you are this is like you know, she's throwing some punches at you. She goes to like grapple you, but you're able to like toss her down as she's talking to you and stuff. So you are doing pretty well right now. Normally I would give you like a bonus to something, but this is mostly just it looks really cool.
I'm good with it. Looks really cool.
And you still had some dark side points, correct?
Yeah. I had 3.
Clear 2 of those because I think you had like 3.
I did.
Okay, yeah. Clear 2 of them during this because you willingly went back to train with her, and you're doing really well. So
Sweet.
So yeah, she is. I can sense that you are already cleansing your soul of its influence. The key and the holocron should no longer be a bother to you.
Good. I look forward to joining your team. I think I'll be an asset. I know I'll be an asset.
You're catching on. I like it. And I'm happy to have you on the team. Well, as much as I can feel any emotion, really. I am glad you are here. She kind of tries to give you a smile. It's very like awkward. Like it's one of those very like I don't do this muscle very often. Like but it's an attempt. I will be happy to see you around here more. You are much better at conversation than the others.
Just as I walk out, it's like, bar was on the floor, but I cleared it.
She doesn't, as you can imagine, her friends are a bit weird. So she's like, oh, hey, a normal person for once. Or at least what she thinks of as normal. All right. So yeah, you have managed to clear some dark side points and you trained with her, and she is like also showing you some moves and kind of how to get better at fighting against someone. She is a powerful force user. And she is using the force when she fights you. So the fact that you were able to kind of start taking her down is pretty impressive. She's not holding back, so to speak.
Nice.
Shio, where are you?
So Shio, after the last couple of days, he's been recovering from his injuries from the force lightning palooza that happened on his body. He's been helping organize the groups that are going and basically clearing out the remnants of these Sith temples. People thought that he was going to be the one to take the charge and take the lead and go and lead the people on the ground. And he decided he'd rather be in a more administrative or advisory position for this mission. People think, and he's letting people think that it's because he's still recovering from his wounds. And that's partially true, but a big part of it is he wants to be on Breldune when Trash signals. Not a matter of if, but a matter of when. And he wants to make sure that he's there to be there for his friend when that happens.
All right. So you are working pretty closely with Solana then on this matter, because she's basically taken this under her charge. You're both in her office, and she kind of turns to you and she's like, I might say I'm a bit shocked. You typically like to go out on these adventures yourself, Shio.
Yes, and normally I would, but it's only been a few days, and the healers are still working with me. I'm still training to get back to my fighting style, my fighting strength. I don't want to be a liability to the team on the ground. So I think the Force is telling me this is where I need to be right now.
Yes, I do think this is where you need to be. Are you sure that's the only reason?
I know he's coming back.
Hmm.
He's going to signal, and he needs friendly faces here when he does. And Kieran will be great, but I should be here. I owe it to him to be here. And I think me being here would only be beneficial. And that's not saying that it's my responsibility, but it's...
She smiles.
He's my friend. And you be there for your friends.
Yes, you do. That is very noble of you. But I do think you could use a little getting out. I appreciate all of the effort and the help you've had. I can handle this. But there is that matter of that Mandalorian prince, I believe. If you're looking for something exciting to do. And she kind of hands you a data pad.
Yes, I think I can handle this for you. It's still local for when he signals, but thank you, Master.
Have a little fun in your life. Don't let the adventure consume you, but please. I understand. I miss my days of when I could get out in the field. Managerial positions don't quite allow the same effort, though.
You're right, Master. I think this will do me good.
Good. And she kind of like dismisses you from her office. And also, so you all know, when you were taking down the Sith Lord and you freed her, she basically went in the temple and defeated everyone single-handedly. She's very powerful. She just chills in her office as a manager right now. But That was like the first time in a long time she got to fight anything. But yeah,
She's
so
McGonagall. Like she's
yeah, she's straight up just McGonagall.
and I'm here for it.
Don't mess with her children. So yeah, she sends you on your way. Trash. Where are you on the planet? And how are you feeling?
That is a good question. I think I'm in the desert. I've been in a cave for a few days, trying some of this meditation shenanigans that I hear so much about, and trying to figure out what to do with all of this darkness that is hanging out in me.
Roll me a weird.
Sure.
You are actively trying to kind of cleanse it a little bit, right?
I am actively trying to cleanse it. I'm actively trying to like let's get this right, because yeah.
Roll me weird. Let's see how well you've been doing the last few days.
It's a 7 on the dice plus 2 is a 9.
Okay. You went up there in dark side points. You are able to clear one.
One whole point.
It's a 9. It's a mixed success. I could have done more. But you are able to clear one, but there is that itch in the back of your head, that voice just saying, like, they dumped you. They gave you a separate parking space outside. They don't trust you. Like, there's all these just insecurities and voices just bummeling. That the meditation is helping, but it's almost like when you stop meditating for even just a second, it comes back.
Yep.
And you can feel that like tightness in your chest, and your breathing is heavy, and you don't feel good.
Yep. I am not liking that. That's not cool. Not cool at all. So, all right. What's the safest way to do this? I've got the tracker, right?
Mhm.
Try to remember if I have comms at all.
You have a tracker that you can turn on to let Kieran know where you are.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'd say you still have your comms if you want to use them.
All right. Yes.
You didn't
Yes, I do. So I am gonna put a call into Solana.
Oh. All right. You call her, and she is at her desk, and you can see her little holographic form, and she's just like, "Oh, this is not what I expected. Hello, Trash."
Hey. So things are complicated. They're a little complicated over here. I got some feelings, some dark feelings that I think are probably not helpful. Not gonna judge, not gonna say they're good or bad, just saying probably not gonna be useful in a productive way, not productive around here. So I'm thinking that I should probably go.
Your friends are worried about you, Trash.
That is a very good place for them to be. I am worried as well. I'm worried about them. I'm worried about myself. I'm worried about what I will do around them. And I'm certainly worried about trying in any shape or form to continue my job here. I don't feel like I can be trusted.
If you feel you must leave and must quit, I will not stop you. But I will leave you with a bit of information.
Sure.
Master Shio has been recovered for the last couple days.
Mm-hmm.
I won't admit it. He has not left Breldun in hopes that you will signal him.
Mm-hmm.
He has had plenty of opportunity to go on grand adventures, clearing out these Sith temples and making sure the children of the void rise up no more.
Cool.
And he has sat in my office, doing it remotely, in a managerial position, the way that I do.
Mm-hmm.
is not Shio, as you know.
No, that is not. He should not be doing that.
I have given him a mission
Mm-hmm.
to go deal with the prince in Kagatha's compound.
Got it.
Should you wish to find him or help them, that is what they will be doing. Should you wish to leave, I can probably get you a decent spot on Nar Shaddaa. It's not going to be the prettiest, and I know it's a bit of a, well, you know the dealings on Nar Shaddaa, but
Mm-hmm.
it would be safe, and it would give you some solace.
I mean, Nar Shaddaa sounds nice. I mean, I was personally thinking I was just gonna go to Coruscant and figure it out. But I suppose that Mandalorian dude is kind of my fault. And I should probably go help them. But
I do know things are rarely solved. These kinds of things are rarely solved on our own, and, well, friends are needed and important.
Yep. All right, I'll do that, and then I will probably try to get out of here.
Sorry, my dog is growling. She's just like, thank you for contacting me, Trash.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I hope that we don't lose you as a valuable member of the team.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I left all the lightsabers and all that stuff behind. I just I just walked into the desert with
Just
nothing.
walked away. You
Cool.
resisted quite a bit, which is good. Just you also have a lot of dark side points.
Yeah, like a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot happening. Cool. So yeah, I guess I'll get the coordinates and go to meet them with nothing. But maybe we can just talk Kagatha into giving up this Mandalorian dude.
Yeah, the coordinates for the meeting ground are the oh my god, what's the name of the bar?
The Kyber Club.
The Kyber Club. The coordinates are to meet at the Kyber Club.
All right, we're meeting at the Kyber Club. And I left the ship behind, so they also still have the guy's armor, which is cool.
Yes. They still have everything. Oh, I have puppies. They still have everything behind here. So you can meet them at the Kyber Club, and that's Shio, you have the same thing. You don't know why it says the Kyber Club. You're like, why don't we just go to the compound? But it does.
All right.
Solana is a slippery little one. But yeah, all right. Shio, are you meeting up with Kira and Kieran to tell them the mission?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to need their help to get this Mandalorian prince out.
This hot man that I created. No, don't bark, please.
Oh, I'm loving this.
This is like the best sound effect, but also I'm terrified.
Yeah.
She's not even scary. There's just a person over there. She's like the least threatening dog because she's tiny. My dogs just have really long legs, but they are not big. All right, so you.
I love that they wait for you to speak and then bark over you. Are they boys?
Oh, thank you for saying it, because I was thinking it.
Guess what? You're getting picked up. You're getting picked up.
Oh, yep. The greatest punishment.
Because you barked, you're getting a hug.
Oh.
She is like, why are you doing this to me?
Whoa.
Why did you start? Both of you, stop it. This is not ideal. Okay. I'm the only one home right now, so they're hanging out with me instead of my mom. But apparently that means barking at the neighbor through my window. All right. I think she's gone. You all meet up, and Shio can run down the mission for you all, and then decide how you want to approach this. You have been told to meet at the Kyber Club first.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna meet at the temple as a pregame. Like, let's get our heads on straight.
Get some cocktails there before you head to the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah, pre-game.
Mm-hmm. All right, we have a mission.
Okay, well, it seems so soon, but what is it?
Just something small, just rescuing that Mandalorian prince from Kakatha's clutches. I'm sure it's something you guys would be interested in at all.
I'm interested.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Great. So, how do we get him out? I mean, I know my preferred way, but that would probably leave us without Kagatha as any kind of ally in the future.
Do we know if she's offered any sort of ransom or demands or anything of the royal family?
Let's check the dossier.
You could, yeah, so on the dossier it says, Kagatha has requested a decent sum from the Kreese family. For one.
Blythe, did you turn your mic down?
No, I haven't done anything.
Oh, it's quieter than everyone else now, and it wasn't before.
I don't know why.
I wonder if your output like automatically turned it down with the dog spike.
Maybe. But I haven't changed anything.
Weird.
On speaker.
I mean, we can hear you. It's just you're at about 3/4 of what everyone else is.
Here, let me. Is that better?
Oh, yes.
Much better.
Mm-hmm.
I just turned it off the automatically adjust microphone volume.
Yeah, I bet it shifted with the spike.
That's fair. All right. Yeah. So on the dossier it says there is a rather large ransom, like too much of a ransom, for one Vadon Var Kreese.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean that's basically what it says. It basically says your son here done fucked me over, and you owe me a lot of money because you stole from me.
And how much time has passed?
It's been about 4 days.
Oh, okay.
Since the fight and everything, it's been about 4 days.
All right. And has the Kreese family released any kind of response or reply or?
According to the dossier, Solana got in touch with the Kreese family because, I mean, she can. And she basically was like, don't pay this ransom yet. Have the money on standby. We'll try to see if we have another way we can negotiate with Kagatha. As we know, what he stole was rightfully yours.
Mm-hmm.
So the Kreese family has the sum ready to turn over to Kagatha. And Solana has kind of also gone to Kagatha and been like, the Jedi have been good to you. And this is all in the notes. Like, went to Kagatha, it's like, the Jedi have been good to you. Give us some time to figure this out. Don't hurt the guy, basically.
Yeah. Question about Kagatha, and I think we would know this. Is she on the ins or the outs with the Hutt families?
She's on the ins. She's doing fine. The Hutts are not as bad as they were. They don't deal in slavery or anything like that anymore. Slavery is successfully a completely outlawed thing in this galaxy. So she doesn't deal in anything like that, but that doesn't mean that she's not like she's not like up to standard on everything. And the Hutts usually aren't. In the Hutt, like, she knows that he could fetch a pretty penny amongst somebody. Like, somebody could buy him off of her for whatever reason. Not for slave reasons, but, like, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to get rid of him. Someone probably wants him dead other than Kagatha. So she's kind of like, you buy him from me, I'll let you kill him. Which is not ideal, but it's how she thinks she can make the money.
Sort of a hostage prisoner type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very hostagey. So she's kind of just waiting for the highest bidder, basically, and Solana is trying to play the we have let you operate here and we have given you a lot of freedom. Don't get rid of him yet or kill him yet. And so that's been holding them off for a few days. And Solana is basically sending you in to negotiate with Kagatha to figure out what y'all can do that will keep Kagatha happy, but also not get this man dead.
Okay, I think I've got some ideas. I'll express them to the group. So, my thoughts. And tell me if this seems to work with you too and your ideas. We go to Kagatha. We explain to her that she doesn't want a war on two fronts. If she does anything to this prisoner, the Mandalorians and the Jedi have gotten very close, and harming one would invoke the wrath of both. We threaten to tighten our grip on trade embargoes on Broldoon, which would hurt her financially. If she does let him go, then maybe we loosen some trade embargoes and try to look the other way on some smaller things. But the key is to get him out. I'm not opposed to going in guns blazing, but I don't want to also bring down the Wrath of the Hutts on Broldoon. Does this make sense to you? I know Mandalorians have a certain way of doing things. I don't want to step on any toes, but as a Jedi, this seems to be the most advantageous position.
You both roll me some judgment for a second. Both Mandalorians.
Oh. Seven.
8.
Okay.
Who do we
Always has to one-up me. Sisters.
All right. You haven't been around your home in a while. You get the feeling that if things go sideways, Kagatha may try to blame either the Mandalorians or the Jedi and possibly try to start some discord there. But you don't know how well that could or could not work. You just know that Kagatha might try that.
Discord I could live with as long as she doesn't try to start like some Reddit or Slack or something. Then
I mean, if she establishes Star Wars 4chan, I'm
right. 4chan is right out.
4chan is Mandalorians try to take over the galaxy again level. Like that's what happens. Or the Jedi don't. It's not good. 4chan is bad.
Yep.
But yeah, so you get the feeling that she may try to use it as a way to cause a bit of a schism, or at least sow some doubt in the eyes of one or the other.
Oh, and clarifying, Trash is not back with us yet, right?
You are still at the temple.
Right. Okay.
I mean, that does seem like the Hutts aren't going to respect much except a small carrot and a big stick. So, but just in case, I'm going to pack my bag.
Oh, always. Only a fool goes to meet Hutt with no weapon at all.
Yeah.
I mean, or, without their giant bag of explosives.
Fair.
As you do.
All right. Are you headed to the Kyber Club?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you get there relatively quickly. It is not terribly far from the temple. Gemma is there and they greet you. And they look at you and they're like, usual table? Haven't seen y'all in a while.
We've been busy. Did Solana's file say anything about a specific table or a specific part of the bar?
No.
Okay.
Just meet at the bar.
Yeah,
And,
our usual
Crash,
table.
I'm going to say you're already there. Okay.
What? Who's already there?
Crash.
Yep, you see me sort of huddled in a corner of the bar.
You are at the usual table. Gemma's like, "Oh, I'm sure you're already here to see Trash, right?"
Trash Penta is here?
Yeah, right over there.
Of course we are. I mean, he's our friend. Of course we're here to see him.
Trash Penta? You son of a bitch.
Hey.
They're going to be like, all right, I will get your drinks. They kind of turn and they're like, I'll get your drinks ready. I'll put it on the usual tab. And they run off. So, yeah, you're free to greet your buddy.
I gotta do the Arnold and Carl in the Predator. You know?
I was thinking more that gif of Joey hugging Chandler,
I don't remember that one.
where he just pops in the door and bear hug.
I was thinking like a perfect stranger's happy dance situation.
Also good.
Yeah, but Kieran's gonna go try to hug Trash. That's what's happening.
Trash, what do you do?
I mean, I'll accept the hug. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's all good. We're all good. Everything's fine here. Okay.
It definitely goes on too long.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think and just as it's about to end, Kira gloms on as well.
Okay.
Making it a 3-person hug.
All right. This is okay. All right, you all. Everything's fine. Not a big deal.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. We just sit here and talk for a second before Kagatha gets here.
Oh, so you are you working with Kagatha?
No. I talked to Solana. She told me that y'all were coming here to get the guy back, and I figure it is, to some degree my responsibility. Let's go with that word.
Did I black out for a second there? I had a weird vision.
I just said to some degree. This situation I was involved in, and I felt like I should help resolve it.
I just lost part of it again. I'm sorry. What? It's like just cutting in and out. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I don't know why either. But yeah, let's just try to get this guy back out of Kagatha's hands, and then let's just leave it at that.
It's a good start. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad to have you back.
It is good to be back. So I'll just, stay calm.
And in all fairness, he may have done him a favor, because if somebody else had brought him to Kagatha, I don't think the Jedi would have known who he was or been able to intervene.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Right.
Yep.
Are you going to let Trash in on the plan?
Yes. I'm going to fill him out on the plan.
Cool.
I'll just recap. We're going to try to do it diplomatically first, and if that doesn't work, we are getting him out.
Explosives.
Yep. Let's see. Let's try to do it diplomatically, and let's just see if we can convince Kagatha that it's more in her best interest to let him go. Let's see how that goes.
I mean, Hutts are notoriously easy to work with and very agreeable to these kinds of situations.
Thoughtful,
I'm not worried
and
at all.
understanding is the reputation I'm familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonable. 100% reasonable and sensible.
Yeah. So reasonable. So sensible.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you're doing that, Kagatha's puppy, you are back. Do not bark. Do not do it. As you're sitting there chatting, Kagatha's kind of translator man walks in and sees you and walks over. He's like, I have been informed that you would have a deal for me, or possibly a deal to bring to Kagatha. I decided not to waste her time, so I'm here to hear it out before it goes to her.
Oh, well, I feel with a matter of this importance, speaking to Kagatha directly would be most prudent. I'd hate to delay and cause any further strife between all parties involved.
Jedi. You always think you're so important. You always think you have the best words and deals, and everyone needs to hear from you, always. But the thing is, Kagatha's very busy and has many business deals and many offers for the young prince. So, I get to hear out your deal first. How's that sound? And Gemma brings over the drinks, and he's like, he just takes one of yours and starts drinking it. And Gemma looks like, I'm gonna go get you another one. Walks away to get another one.
What was their name again? I forgot the translator.
It's with an L, I think.
Was it
Oh, Lilac.
Lilac, that's right.
That's right. We came up with their name like 2 sessions ago.
Lilac, I wonder how many of these other business dealings and offers you're having for the prince are able to improve Kagatha's quality of life on Worldoon. Or hinder it.
have the power to just end it completely. Which, I mean, it's funny that you think insulting the 2 strongest powers that have the strongest powers in this area would improve Kagatha's business. But it's cute that you're so full of yourself.
Are you threatening Kagatha? He takes a sip.
Is it a threat to point out that somebody has picked up a great dragon with their bare hands?
I assure you, Kagatha has a plan. And maybe you should look into your Mandalorian politics a little better.
Well, my understanding of Mandalorian politics is that the royal family is not going to be pleased at their son being held captive in this way.
Oh no, but I'm sure they'll be even less pleased if you fail to get him back alive.
I'm pretty sure they're going to blame... What's that?
Oh, I was just going to say that the Mandalorians know that the person who pulled the trigger is the one at fault. But I'm sure you wouldn't understand that, being, you know, who you are.
I understand many things, my Mandalorian friend. And I know that it's a lot easier to manipulate the powers that be than you think. So what deal do you have for Kagatha? What could she want from you that will get her to let go of the prince without a hair hurt on his head?
I'm assuming she would want not a war. So I definitely can put that on the table. Not a war. And really, it would be a double war. I think Kira is my math right on that? It would be a 2-for-1.
I mean, it would be on 2 fronts. I mean, it's not like getting caught between a rock and a hard place is something that Hutts are unfamiliar with. And I'm sure that, like, I'm sure that you would be so comfortable as a hostage for a hostage. But, I mean, it's not like you're important to Kagatha at all, or that she cares about you, which is why she sent you here, instead of coming to actually negotiate in any semblance of good faith.
Roll me an awe.
Can I assist in some way?
No, I just want to see something.
I got a 9 on the dice, and I put that The reason I was so excited to do the recap is because it gave me an advance, and I put it into awe.
Yay!
Awesome.
I'm sorry. What did you get?
I got a 10.
All right, you got a 10. He does start to sweat a little. You do notice him getting a little bit nervous at your words. Because he does... He's nervous. He is nervous at what you're implying. He does not like it. And he kind of takes another sip of the drink that was not his.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks over all of you and he's like, I assure you the huts are prepared for anything, and if you'll know, black market goods tend to go up in value during times of war.
Yes. I'm sure they're
Especially
prepared.
because everyone needs weapons, and Kagatha's quite good at dealing in those.
But does she have people who know how to use them? As well as the Jedi and the Mandalorians. The Jedi strive for peace. We have prized the peace we've held that's lasted this long. If you harm this prince, the Mandalorians will have no other option but to retaliate. That would fracture the peace, and the Jedi being aligned with the Mandalorians would have no other option than to align with them to bring back the peace.
And to be totally clear, we are willing to pay some price to free the prince from Kagatha's prison.
See, now we're talking. See, I'll be very frank with you. The thought of a war frightens me. I am not one who likes them, but Kagatha enjoys them.
I'm sure Kagatha enjoys spectating a war. I doubt she'll enjoy being a general in one.
Yeah, participating is another matter.
Mm.
And he just kind of laughs and he's like, once again, you should look closer into your Mandalorian families and who might have an offer on this prince.
And that's a separate issue, but know that any fracture within the Mandalorians would not stop Kagatha from being the first casualty of this war. She thinks she would sit back and be able to pull strings and puppeteer, but that assumes that...
Here's the thing. War does not scare her. She has a fine offer from someone who will guarantee the war will not come back to her. What we need to know is what you, the Jedi, are prepared to offer to Kagatha to get this prince off safely.
And I look forward to discussing that with Kagatha in person.
Threats of war may shake me, they will not shake her.
Well, then perhaps we should see what makes her shake ourselves.
Insults will be
kind of
met.
sit there quietly and like, are you... Listen, you're not going to go anywhere near Kagatha if you keep threatening her.
I didn't threaten her at all. You said we don't know what would make her shake. And I said, well, perhaps we should go and find out.
Yes, you should find out what makes her like you, not what makes her fear you.
Oh, I'm more than happy to discover what makes her shake with delight as much as shake with fear. I'm afraid it was you who put intention on my words.
Yes, it's you who keeps speaking of wars.
And it is you who came to the table with insults. I mean,
I
it's
came to the
obvious
table
that
with
you
you.
do not want this deal to succeed. It's obvious that you would like to elevate your place, possibly even to foment a war, despite you saying that you don't want one. So the only person that we could negotiate in good faith with is Kagatha.
Yes, and unfortunately, you are speaking to her right-hand man.
That is unfortunate. Perhaps we should speak directly to her.
He takes another big swig of the drink and is just like, once again, I need a good reason to get you in with her. She is not hearing many offers. The Jedi have been able to keep her held off for a bit, but there is one offer she is really looking at.
Yes, and you keep going back to this offer. So we could keep dancing around each other, or you could tell us who this offer is, and we can tell you why that's a bad idea for all parties involved.
It's a great sum of money, and it would foment her a good deal of power.
You can't spend money if you're dead.
If you make that deal, the entirety of the Mandalorian nations will...
With the exception of the family that he is... Lalak is a he? They? Sorry.
Yeah.
He. With the exception of the family that he is obviously insinuating that the deal came from.
Right. There's a lot more to it, and the Jedi being the Mandalorians' allies means that will also happen. And we're not threatening that. We are offering to pay some ransom, but it's not going to be a ridiculous amount, and the consequences of not accepting our offer are not a threat. They are just what's going to happen because a Mandalorian's gonna Mandalorian.
All right. Who has the best awe?
I have a 1 in awe.
As do I.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep, I only have a 1.
All right, one of y'all with awe here, or if you want to use like the voice, do something to convince, like roll.
I'm gonna use the voice.
Perfect.
I'm gonna do it. And so that I roll with weird, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's an 8. 6 on the dice plus 2 from a weird.
Okay, and that's all that move does, right? It just allows you.
Yeah.
To
Yep.
Okay.
Can I've got 2 threads. Can I burn a thread to re-roll? Is that
Sure.
what happens?
Yeah, do that. Do that.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it lets you add a third die to the roll and take the best 2.
Okay, do that. Do that. Cause
Yeah, hold on.
Locke is a slimy bastard.
That gets me up to a 9.
I'd like to provide aid.
Hey, there we go.
2d6 plus tangles, which I think I just have 1 tangle with trash.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Trash angle.
That is an 8.
Okay.
So on a 7 and 9, choose one. They get +1 to their roll, or I can split harm with them. I'm going to give them +1 to their roll.
Okay.
So that pushes it to a 10.
Sweet. Sweet. Using the force and reaching out through the force, you are able to convince Lalak that it is a good idea to let you just speak directly to Kag.
Yeah, bring us to Kagatha.
Do you want him to? Do you also, because it's a 10, I will give you the chance to also possibly get. This might be giving you too much. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so you are able to convince him to take you to Kagatha, and he kind of has like a dazed look on his face for a second. He's like, I will take you straight to Kagatha. Yeah. So he gets up. And he pays your tab for you. That is the other thing you will get.
I didn't ask that. I didn't push for that.
No, but
Just so you know.
Oh my god. Dogs. This is what having 3 dogs is. All right. Honestly, I might need to take 5 in a second to just go handle that. But yeah, you are all able to get to Kagatha's now, and he pays the tab. Jason just left, so we'll wait till Jason gets back, and then I can take 5 to go see why they're all barking. You arrive at Kagatha's compound, and he leads you through the winding tunnels and down to where Kagatha the hut is. And she kind of looks at all of you and is just like, ugh. She's frustrated and she looks at her translator. And kind of gives him a face like, what the heck are they doing here? And he's like, they suggested they speak to you directly with their deal. And she kind of looks at them and looks at you and looks at him and just sighs and is like, kind of motions for you to come forward. And Lilac, she wishes you to come forward and to speak your piece. He is sweating a little bit because she looks pissed.
Illustrious Kagatha, we are here to solve the issue of the Mandalorian prince on Broldoon. You sit on a precipice. You in this moment have the ability to decide the future of Broldoon. Your future on Broldoon. Very few get this opportunity to shape their own futures in this way.
And
Release the prisoner to our care, and we can begin lifting some of the pesky embargoes that the Jedi have put on your trade on Broldoon that I know have been a hindrance to your business.
Roll me some awe.
Wait, no, I want these dice. All right, that is a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Okay. She starts to. She kind of. She looks less pissed off. She has. This, you start to get the feeling that she is willing to hear you out.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, just Lilac kind of looks at her and she begins to speak in Huttese to him, and he comes over and she's like, she is willing to hear you out.
Good.
So this is your chance.
As a businesswoman, you can understand that while one large lump sum of money is good in the moment, lump sums of money tend to peter out. They tend to be spent and deplete. Whereas a lift in some of these trade embargoes will be a constant stream of revenue for you and allow you to keep refilling your current large sum of money. I should strongly advise you take us up on this offer, for the alternative, the other side of this coin, would involve, well, quite the opposite effect.
Interruption
We would be
in
forced
service.
to impart more strict restrictions on trade on Broldoon, not to mention be invoking the ire of both the Mandalorians and their allies, which include the Jedi, who are your neighbors on this planet. This is not a threat. I am merely pointing out the logical steps of this action.
Master Shio, before we go any further, out of character. The prince isn't here, right? Like we're speaking to Kagatha. Okay, great. So, Master Shio, before we go any further, maybe it would be appropriate to ask for proof of viability that the prince is here and available for
And
reconciling
has
the
not already
situation.
been harmed.
You are very wise. We would like to see the subject of this agreement before we proceed with negotiations further.
That is going to require another roll to convince her to do that. Can we take 5 for a second just so I can see why the dogs are going crazy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. We'll be back at 11:25.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
All right. I did it.
Get it, we're back.
We did the thing.
Yay.
Alrighty, so you are making a deal with Kagatha. We need another awe roll to figure out if you can see Crazy Boy.
Does anybody else want to make this all roll?
My awe is the thing that was -1 that I was thinking of earlier. So, no.
Okay, so that's not you.
Can you make it and I assist you with it?
Sure.
I'm an ideas guy.
I mean, I feel like I'm pushing the line here on my all.
Well, that's a 9 on the dice with a 1 in Oz, a 10. So we're doing okay.
Alright, yeah. Kagatha whispers to her translator, and the translator nods, and Lalak sends for the guards to bring Vidon Bar there. And so it takes a few minutes. This is a big compound. But they bring him to the room. He's out of it. They're like, he looks like he's been roughed up a bit, but he's not harmed. Might be a little bit like drugged a little, because he seems a little bit like, what's going on? But he's definitely not hurt.
How many people are in the throne room?
Kagatha? Roll me some judgment. See if you see everybody.
I think I know what Jason's thinking, and I think it's a bad judgment call.
Probably.
But I love it. I'm here for it.
Support this with.
It's not a small amount.
I will support this with.
Also, I
very
got
pretty
doubles,
explosions.
and it's an 11.
All right.
Yes!
I think that's like
Yeah.
my first doubles of the campaign.
So, you see Kagatha, Lalak, 2 guards restraining Vidon. He has shackles on, so that's 4 people, and then there are her elite guard that are around her. There are about 5 of those, and then there are guards at every corner of the room. So there's like 2 at the front door who will probably rush in if you do something. There's 2 outside the door, 2 inside, and then like 1 posted at every corner of the room. So that's what, 8 more people?
Mm-hmm.
I can math. Actually, I'm quite good at math, but I'm so bad at adding on the fly. So yeah, you have the 5 around her, 8 more from there, so what, 13? Plus the other 2, so 15, plus Lalak and Kagatha, you're at like 17 people. I think that's what I said.
Okay.
And they're not like petty foot soldier stormtrooper types. They're trained guards, as far as you, or at least like really well trained mercenaries. So they're pretty well outfitted. They have armor. Like on an 11, you can notice all this. They have good armor. They have decent blasters. Kagatha keeps her men well armed. So,
Only because I have to ask. The ground we're standing on, is it ground?
roll judgment.
I don't wanna. Can I roll prowess? No, I'm kidding.
No. You could probably roll your battle tactical brilliance or whatever.
Oh, well, how about this? War never changes. You may roll with prowess instead of judgment when you pierce the veil anywhere a fight took place with the person you just fought or is about to, or an artifact used in combat.
Sure.
Okay. Well, that didn't help because I rolled snake eyes, but I got a 4.
Yeah, that ground is so solid. That is the most solid ground you've ever stood on.
Cute. I feel good about this, guys.
All right, so
Ooh,
she has
the
a couple guards marching the prince out to see us.
Mm-hmm.
And he's conscious but a little out of it.
Yeah, he basically looks like they might have him on like a low dose of some kind of tranquilizer or something.
Okay, so in was it called Kuidar? Mandalorian? What's the name of the language?
Mandoa.
Mandoa.
They just use Mando everywhere.
Yeah.
Leader Mandalore. Planet Mandalore.
So I'm just gonna greet him in a it's basically a version of saying "How are you?" But I'm using an old phrase that like maybe he doesn't even get, but I'm a historian, and so it like what I want is the equivalent of like the Dharmaka Jalal when the wall fell would no, I just butchered that quote too, but I'm using a phrase like, "Hey, how are you? Do you remember when this people beat high odds?"
Yeah. He responds, but he's very out of it. So
Okay.
it's not the most cohesive. It's a little bit like your drunk buddy at the bar who's had too many.
Okay.
So it's a little slurred. It's a little bit like he knows what you said, and he responds with a like, "Yes, I remember that." And he actually knows the reference quite well. It's like he kind of laughs because it's super dated, but he knows it.
Okay. And I also glance at Kira to see if we're on the same page.
The smirk tells you everything you need to know.
Mm-hmm. And then I studiously avoid Mr. Shio's gaze.
I'm trusting that you know what you're doing.
As I jetpack shoulder charge one of the guards holding the prince.
Oh, come on.
Roll me a smite your enemies.
Okay.
Y'all really looking for a fight here.
Oops. Well, it's an 8. It's 8.
It's an 8. Like, you get to pick one.
Okay, I would like to not exchange harm, but I would like to take something from them, which is primarily Prince Kreese. Like, I want to push this guy away from the prince, and that's how I'm taking the prince away from him, right? I'm taking this guy away from the prince.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to, like, knock him back and loosen his hold on the prince. The other guard is still holding him.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. We're a team.
But the other guard is going to reach for his weapon to shoot you.
I'm shocked.
And all of the other guards are going to reach for their weapons.
What? They're not just fine with me tackling the... Weird.
And Kagatha's throne is going to start going downwards. And she is going to start disappearing from your view.
Yeah, don't care.
Yeah. Kagatha's just getting the fuck out, basically.
Yep.
So all of the guards are pissed. Lalak goes and stands on the platform with Kagatha and is able to get out as well. So Lalak is gone.
Hate that
Now
guy.
you have all these armed guards. Yeah.
Guarding Kagatha's descending throne. Is it possible to see the mechanism that's letting it descend?
You don't see a noticeable lever or anything.
Okay.
You could roll me judgment to see if you see it.
Can I use War Never Changes again?
Sure.
Yeah. Not these dice, though. Those dice suck. That's much better. That would be a 9 on the dice, plus 2 is an 11.
You see that she is holding the mechanism.
Okay.
So it's like a button she has in her hand.
I would like to use the force to pull the button out of her hand.
Okay. Weird? Yeah, weird. Okay. I'm like, smite your enemy or weird? I don't... Okay.
That is a 9.
You were able to yank it from her hand, but Lalak is going to run for it and grab it. So you got it out of her hand, but now Lalak is going for it. Because he doesn't want to be in the fight. He doesn't want to deal with this. He just wants you to fight the guards.
Mm-hmm. I know that's what they want.
It's totes cool.
What are Kira and Trash doing? We'll come back to the button.
I mean, what's Kira doing? I'm trying to stay out of the fight because I am unarmed and full of dark side.
I mean,
And-
you have one weapon.
I am gonna toss Trash a blaster because it would not have escaped my notice that you don't have weapons right now. You can choose to not pick it up, but I don't want you completely, you know.
Yeah. You do a thing. I'll try to figure out what I'm gonna. What's yeah.
It's cool because I'm gonna do a cataclysm about it.
Oh my god.
Typical.
I mean, I'm super on brand.
All right, let me look for that. All right.
I mean, if you have shaped charges and you don't use them, what are you even doing with your life?
I brought I have like all of my shit on me. It's too much temptation not to use it. And if Karen has already gone for it, it's not like I'm even breaking the seal.
No, I broke the seal. Yeah, that's...
That poor seal. Didn't see it coming.
All right.
I am gonna kind of charge forward a little, I think, to like make sure Kagatha's. I want to make sure that maximum Kagatha is in this blast range.
Well, okay. The button is currently out of her hands, and like the way this is happening is I imagine Shio pulled it forward, Lilac is going for it, and then you go in Cataclysm.
Yes. Okay.
And you toss the blaster, Trash looks at it concerned. Yeah, Cataclysm. Just do it. Just do it.
That's the main Nike catchphrase, right? Cataclysm, just do it.
Just do it.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to the Catholic catchphrase, catechism, just do it.
I got a 12.
Oh, Lord.
My God.
There's an 11 on the dice plus 1 weird.
You Cataclysm so good.
Or what they say to a nervous nurse, catheter, just do it.
Y'all are all in range. This is not a very big throne room.
Oh boy.
So everyone takes 6 harm.
6
Ah!
harm.
Okay.
So only my harm ignores armor, though.
Yep.
So everyone who has armor.
The rest of us can use our armor.
Which I did. I took epic armor on my last thing.
But I will remind you, the prince is not wearing armor.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So if I could, I was gonna roll provide aid to like cut some of his damage, if that's okay, because that's the other thing provide aid does is like guard someone.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go do that.
Okay. I forget. Epic armor provides how much armor against damage?
2.
2. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
six.
I
So I
squeaked
took
out
4.
a 7, and so the one thing I want to do is split his harm with me, and between my armor and the 2 threads that I have, which I will spend, I can reduce.
Wait, did you get your Mandalorian armor back on?
Yeah, I assume. I mean, I never really gave that up.
Yeah, no. He got the Mandalorian armor back.
He got it. He put it back on when we were on the ship.
Okay. I'm just making sure that you're not wearing the Jedi armor.
Yeah, that was a while back that we got my armor back.
Just want to make sure that you actually, because I know you got it back, but I don't remember if you put it on.
Oh yeah, no, a fair question. Yeah, it was when I think we went on to Trash's ship, and I was like, I'm going to my room, and got dressed. So,
Okay, you are wearing your epic armor.
So what I'd like to do is my epic armor soaks 2. I'm gonna spend my only 2 threads, which I probably should save for a reroll, but to reduce 6 harm, which means I take none of mine, but he takes 3 and I take 3 of his.
Okay.
Does that
add
up, right?
He takes 3 harm.
And I also take 3 harm.
Yeah. Okay. Which for you is only like 1 because of your armor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now he's hurt. But yes, you are able to.
He said he understood the signal.
I mean, he did. He's just tied up. There's only so much he can do right now.
Oh boy.
But he's also a Mandalorian. He's not The explosion sounds fun. I'm sure he also knew you were Wrens.
You just plug your ears, like, you know, when you meet a Wren, like, hello, it's nice to meet you.
I mean, he definitely did like a dive. He definitely like wrestled himself free and dove a little bit, but he still needed help because he has no armor on. Okay, I mean, yeah, 6 harm to everyone. All of those guards are gonna go down. Except for like, okay, not all of them. Some of the ones at the corners of the room wearing, because they're all wearing armor to some extent. So you take out all the ones that were around Kagatha because you made sure she was like center of the blast. Lalak gets knocked the fuck out. Kagatha is up. She's pretty sturdy. She's pissed. And then the guards at the corner of the room look hurt, pretty fucking hurt. But there's like the ones on the outside didn't rush in during the explosion. They rushed in after. So they're fine. So you have about 8 of the guards left. But like I said, the ones that were in there are all hurt. They all look like they'll go down pretty easily, but the 2 from the front door rush in after they hear a big ass explosion. They're like, the fuck?
I feel like this moment represents big character growth for Kieran being able to just act on instinct rather than needing a long drawn out planning process. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
Kira totally trusted that he would be fine and that the other one would be fine and like trusted in their abilities. So
Kagatha, just
Shio is fine with this not being his responsibility.
Same here.
Kagatha, you do hear an alarm.
Okay.
Kagatha pushed an alarm button. So you now have the guards to deal with, and you have to get out of the compound.
Okay.
Yes.
So
4 guards left.
how many guards are running towards us?
8, because you have the 4, or no, yeah, there were 4, and then there was 4, so yeah, 8.
Okay.
They're hurt though. Like 6 of them are gonna go down if you breathe on them.
Well, I won't breathe on them, but I'ma try. What's my weird here? I'ma try to unleash the dark side a little and do a little force push them away.
All right. You can do that automatically by spending another dark side point and getting a dark side point back, or you can roll some weird about it.
I'm gonna roll some weird about it. I don't want to get darker. I just want to get us out of here.
Because force push is not inherently dark side.
Yeah.
If you were using lightning or something, you would have to.
Ah, damn it. Well, no, it's a 7. I will spend my other thread for a reroll.
What? 7's a hit.
Yeah.
I'd like to do more here. Just want to get these guys out of the way, really. And that's a little better. That's it's an 8.
An 8? Okay, you're able to
9.
knock.
That's a 9.
Oh, a 9. Okay,
A
yeah,
9.
you're able to knock half of them down.
Great.
You can't get all of them, but you knock half of them down, and they're like I said, they were not in good shape. So when you force push them and they fall back, they're kind of like, oh, do I have to get up?
No, you don't. You can stay down.
Yeah, they all kind of one of them looks like he's probably pretending to be knocked out.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
They're
He's
sore.
got like one eye open, like, oh no, I'm asleep.
I'm asleep. I'm out.
Yeah, like they're all kind of like they're just not gonna get back up, but you
Yeah.
still have the other 4 coming at you.
The room just blew up.
Okay.
2 of which are fully fine.
Okay, so just as far as a stance goes, what I want is my lightsaber out, and I've sort of got the prince, like I'm trying to be between him. I'm purely in a defensive stance to knock away blaster bolts or whatever. But that's my whole job right now is protecting the prince.
Okay, I mean you are protecting him. The Kagatha kind of yells in Huttese to the 2 guards to go after you. So the two good healthy guards are coming after you because you have the prince.
Oh, okay. So can I do like smite my enemies, but my goal is to use like make an opportunity and
Yeah.
like I'm not trying to do damage to them, but okay. And now I'm using my signature weapon, so that's a 9.
Okay.
Unless anybody wants to weigh in on this. I mean, I could live with the 9.
my
That's,
turn.
that's fine. Okay. So then all I'm doing is making an advantageous opportunity, whatever the hell it's called. I don't know what does this game even mean. I yeah, I'm just trying to like get an ally into a advantageous position, so protecting the prince.
Okay, yeah. You're able to do that. You were able to kind of get yourself in a position to where for them to get to you, they're going to have to pass by Shio.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Shio, you have an attack of opportunity in many ways right now.
Yay! So would I get to do that attack and then do my action, or am I doing the action to get? How is that gonna work?
You're gonna do your. It's just you're getting your advantageous position, or
Okay.
did you make an opening or advantageous position?
Advantageous position.
Okay, so you have
Okay.
an advantageous position, so you can have a +1 forward on your next month.
Okay.
Or no, you wanted an ally, so let's make an opening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So, yeah, +1 forward to an ally who follows your lead. So he's like backing up and guarding the prince, and the guards are kind of running past you, and you have an opening to attack.
Okay.
Do a thing.
Oh, I like that +1, but I was going to try to get. I'm gonna try to get Cagney. So I'm gonna basically go for have the button because the button was kind of close-ish.
Yeah.
And address Kagatha. Call off your men. You don't want a war with the Mandalorians and the Jedi. Look what we were able to do in one swift motion. The deal is still on the table. We're willing to open negotiations and relieve some of your embargoes. Don't make us have to do this.
God damn it, her translator is dead. Or knocked out. Sorry, he's not dead. Well, you don't know. He's definitely out.
Can I translate for him?
Yes. It just means I have to do the Hut voice, which I was avoiding.
You don't have to. It's
such a
okay.
good voice.
I do, because it's her. But yeah, she kind of you get a big like ha 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 like laugh from her. And she's just like I'm not gonna do it in Huttese, but I'll do it in the voice so you know what she's saying. You foolish Jedi. You think that I need you or the Mandalorians to have power? You think that this scares me? I thought you were supposed to be smart. I was willing to hear out your deal. But now I think I will take a better offer. And I think that it'll be much more fun to kill you.
Well, can't blame a Jedi for trying.
And
Am I translating back to Shio as well? Because Shio doesn't speak Huttese.
yeah.
I do not.
So yeah,
What
you
is
are translating what she is saying.
what is Shio most vain about?
His fighting skills?
Oh, Shio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you said what she most vain
Oh,
about. I was like,
Shio.
I was waiting for an answer. Yeah, I would say.
Oh, and she also said your Sorasu's a mess.
Okay.
Which is a weird thing for her to mention because I don't know.
I didn't think she knew what Surisu was. All right.
Yeah. It's rude.
You made a grave mistake. Kagatha the Hutt.
She just literally just laughs at you again. And one of her guards that's still standing runs over, grabs the button, and pushes it. And she sinks down as she laughs.
Well, I thought I had the button. I thought I used my action to grab the button and talk to her.
Oh, you grabbed it? Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
didn't attack. I was just...
you grabbed the button. She's laughing at you. Like, she does not give a fuck what you're saying right now because you just attacked her room. And she seems relatively unharmed. Like, you're actually quite impressed by her fortitude. What is she gonna do? Because she wants to kill you.
We all want a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want to kill you.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yep, like a lot.
What can a hut do? Like, she can stand her ground real well, but movement is not a thing in her.
Yeah.
No.
Chase me, Kagatha. Oh no.
Crush you, maybe.
If she caught me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of how she'd do this, because she wants that prince. She has a chain in her hand, and she is going to basically whip the chain over at you, Shio, and try to get the button from you.
Okay.
So you can roll prowess to resist.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Can I roll practical tactical brilliance first?
This is just you.
A reaction?
What
Okay.
he does, so no.
That is a 9.
A
7
9
plus
okay.
2.
She knocks it out of your hand, but she doesn't get it from you.
Okay.
Like, so she's trying to get this as much as she can. Now a guard, like, she basically is able to knock it out of your hand, and a guard is running towards you to get it.
Mm-hmm.
You all do have a limited, like, I'm gonna give you all each one more turn before more guards start showing up because the alarm is going off. But you really should be. She's just laughing because she knows that her whole compound is about to come get you, basically. So that is something to keep in mind because you do hear the brah, brah, and you see the red flashy lights and other things. So you do want to consider getting the fuck out.
Yeah, that was the last ditch effort to get her to turn off the alarm. But if she's not into it, all right, we can do this the hard way.
You blew her up. She's angry.
Okay. Well, let's not get it twisted. Someone blew her up.
An explosion happened. Let's just...
I mean, if she was just gonna be in the midst of it.
Yeah.
At least
You're
now she's pretty
friends
colors.
with the person who blew her up.
Okay, that's fair. There was a fire, fight.
Yes.
So yeah, she is she's pissed. So yeah, you each have one more turn, one more thing you can do in this room. I'll start with Trash. It's been a minute since you've gone.
Yeah. So Kieran's got the prince, right? All right. I'm going to then pick up the blaster and try to shoot the remaining guards, or at least the guards in the room are all down.
Okay.
On stun. On stun. It's totally on stun.
Is it on stun?
It's on stun. Okay. So this is I don't think that I can. Let me just see. Let's just see. Do we want to say that I find these people morally repugnant?
I mean, does Trash find them morally repugnant?
No.
Yeah, that's a tricky move for Trash to take.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So since I don't, I'll just do normal. Try to smite me enemies, aiming to take their consciousness away from them, or footing, one or the other, or both. That is a 6 on the dice. And smite my enemies, I use which one? Oh, prowess. Hold on. That's a 0. So that's a 6. So I missed.
Yeah, unfortunately, you were grappling too. You were like, you're still a little uneasy about the idea of shooting someone, and you think you set it to stun, but you're like, did I? And
Did
then
I
you
though?
guess yourself, and you miss.
Yep.
All right. So that is Trash's turn. You hear footsteps. Like there's a faint sound of footsteps coming down the hall. So, or like coming from somewhere, because this is a big maze of a compound. Which y'all have to remember how you got here.
Yeah. Kira, can we add an exit to this room?
It's my specialty. I mean, although I really, really want to see like what it would take to toss a grenade into Kagatha's open, cackling mouth.
But we should.
But it's
Make
more
our
important
goodbyes.
that we leave. The temptation is so strong there. I am going to make us an exit.
All right. Are you blow up a wall? What?
Yes, I'm going to blow up. I'm gonna. Blow up a wall.
This is kind of underground, so this might go interesting.
Oh, what about ceiling?
Yeah.
I'm reminding you that this is an underground thing, because yeah.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe if we go
stick
up.
a charge to the ceiling.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm gonna set it right above Kagatha, just in case.
Okay. You get packing up there.
Yeah.
Roll me a medal.
This move is very metal.
Yes.
I just love that Kira has it out for this hut for some reason.
She sent a jerk. She's being a jerk, and she took one of my people, along with our artifacts. I have a personal grudge.
One of our hottest people as well. Like,
What is the medal?
I mean, he's so attractive. I mean,
yeah,
just as long as he never opens his mouth again, it'll be fine.
right.
Oh, he's actually quite nice. You just don't know him. What did you roll?
I rolled a 7 + 1 is an 8.
Cool. You narrowly miss your ankle getting grabbed by Kagatha. She reaches for you as you fly above her, and you feel her grab your foot, but she doesn't quite get a grip. So you are able to plant some explosive above her. Also, Shio, roll me a medal as well, because there is a guard trying to steal from you.
Oh, metal.
Going to
Bad
determine
metal.
whether Kagatha survives, I guess.
All right, that's a 6.
Yeah, that guard gets that button from you.
Yeah.
So she's gonna start sinking again as she's laughing. Roll me. I don't know what. Do you have like an item or something for your explosives or have we just been doing this as like just smite your enemies on that ceiling? I'll count it as taking harm.
Hey, doubles, boxcars, which makes that a 14.
Holy moly.
Oh.
You are
That is
able-
also like one of my first doubles in this entire campaign.
Yeah.
You are able to blow a hole in the ceiling. And I will say you're able to do it with enough finesse that you don't cave the whole thing in on everybody.
Thank you.
You do knock out some of the guards, but like you knock out the remaining guards, but you don't you make sure it doesn't hit your team, basically. Like you're pretty good at making sure that it doesn't do any damage to your fellow comrades, and you are able to get everybody out, start getting people up through the hole. But you do not get Kagatha as she narrowly escapes.
That's fine. I can live with that.
It's fine. Are we leaving? Can we leave? I would like to leave this situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
The ceiling up is another room of the compound, but it is one that is much closer to the exit and isn't. The way it's set up is she has like a front on top with like a bar and stuff like that. So you've just blown a hole in this bar,
Okay.
like club.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a whole front, and then when you go down, it's a big giant maze. So you've just gone directly up to the exit, basically.
Nice.
But there are a lot of scared bartenders and dancers, and like, what is this?
I'm gonna reach my hand out to Trash and be like, "Do you trust me?"
Oh, yes, please. Oh,
Yep. I'm carrying the prince, and I assume Shio can super jump.
I have a plan. Hopefully, if there is a guard up on that other floor.
No, it is mostly scared people who work there.
Oh, well then I guess I'll just have to force sleep. I was hoping to Ataru attack and use that to.
No, there's no one up there that you want to hurt.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we could throw a guard up there, and then you could.
Yeah, everybody roll.
Go get it.
Everybody roll metal.
Mm.
Except Trash, because
Mhm.
Kira is basically the one in charge of you getting up there.
Can I roll weird to use the force to do the force sleep?
Yes, you can. Do
Okay.
it.
That's so much better than my
And
metal.
I roll with advantage because of my epic speed jetpack business.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have epic steed as well.
That's a 12. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh yeah, you forced the heck out of that.
Yeah, it's a 12.
It's a dirty 12.
And I got a 10.
All right. Yeah, you all get out of there just fine. You avoid everybody. Nobody. You don't hurt any of the employees.
Mhm.
Some of the dancers are really impressed by Shio. They're like,
Ooh.
"Good job." And also, these are dancers who are fairly paid and choose to work here.
Mhm.
Yes.
They're like,
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
there is a union. I also, on the way out, grab some coins from my pocket and toss it on the bar and say, "Sorry about the mess."
Classic.
like, the bartender kind of looks at you, and the dancers all look at you, are like, they look at the credits you've dropped on. They're like, "You really think that's gonna help?"
Yep. Let's go.
Yeah, they just kind of stare at you like no one thanks you or anything, because they're like, that's not gonna help our so yeah, you're all able to get out though, and you have the prince with you. But you do, if there is ever a season 2 of the show, you have a very pissed off Hut, but you are able to get the Krees out of there, and you are able to get back to the Jedi compound, because everyone's just going to make sure Kagatha's okay now. But yay, you did it! You saved him!
Yay!
Yay!
He's gonna need some medical attention.
Yay!
Yep, that's normal.
Totally
Yep.
normal.
Are you all gonna go straight back to the Jedi compound with him?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yep,
have
yep,
any
yep.
other like pressing errands or anything on the way.
I did need to get eggs, but I can do that later.
Mm.
It's like, turn to Trash. It's like, that's the best time I had since that last time we went to the Kyber Club together.
Oh yeah, that was a fun time. That was a good time. That was nice.
Solana greets you at the temple, and it's just like, what happened? Seeing you all with rubble in your hair and
Well, we
We just needed an alternate exit. It's fine.
did Callum a favor. Now he doesn't have to worry about managing Kagatha's schedule for the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing to report.
Yep.
Oh, we
we got
also
the
got
prince.
the prince back.
We got the prince.
Yeah, I thought that was, here we go.
Yep. Got the
he
prince
kind of
back.
just, like, smiles, like it's very like Flynn Rider, just like, yeah.
This is my close personal friend, Prince Kreese.
Yep.
He just like, yeah, my buddy here, my buddy. He's falling over. She takes him from you and is like, I will alert the Kreese family that their son is intact. You've done them a great favor. Do you know where his armor is?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where
I will make sure that it is brought to him presently. Personally.
Sounds good. And she looks over at Trash and kind of pats him on the shoulder and is just like, good to have you back. And
Mm.
smiles and starts. She's like, I'm going to get this one to the med bay. If you wish to talk to him or speak or ask him any questions, that's where he's going to be. I would give him a little bit of time to recover.
Yep.
So yeah, you saved the prince. You pissed off Kagatha. So if there's ever a season 2, that's not at all coming to bite you in the ass. Though, Kieran, you have a message on your data pad. You have a couple messages on your data pad from Jan.
Okay.
Aw.
They're just like, how have you been? Where are you? I haven't heard from you in a while. Like nothing weird, just very like just checking in. I know you were on some dangerous business and making sure you're alive.
Oh yeah, definitely following up with her. Yeah.
They're all like, it's like at one point she just is like, I ran an art gallery and it went really well. Like she's just updating you on her life.
I think we also have the trope of awkward guy got some experience and confidence and can sort of come back into having more of a conversation about maybe a relationship rather than skirting around it all the time because he did the thing.
You pulled a cheaty. You went from like, I don't know to, yeah, I know things now.
I would pull a cheaty any day of the week.
Yeah. So, yeah, you have some messages from her. Shio, you have a message from Reyes.
Yeah, I bet I do.
Basically just something along the lines of, I'd like to cash in on that favor. But, that is, that's all it says. It doesn't say what, it doesn't say how. It just says he'd like to cash in on that favor. And then, Kira and, Trash. God, why am I, wow. I almost said Shio again. So Kira and Trash, what are you doing now that you've rescued the prince? People are responding to their respective partners. Like, it basically was just like give him a couple hours to like get some of the whatever was tranquilizing, like drugging him a little bit out of his system. But he's there. He's also he's someone you can speak to if you want. Everyone can go speak to him if they want.
I mean, I feel a little awkward about that. So, what with the having shocked him very successfully, I might add, twice. I feel like I'll just give him a wide berth. But I will talk to Solana and just sort of try to explain everything that happened. Yeah.
Okay. Solana, I will say you two are alone in her office. And she stands there for a moment pensively and is just like, I really wish you had finished your training. And I don't say that as a judgment. I believe you would have been a very good Jedi.
Yeah, I'm not so sure, but either way, here I am.
If you would like to start doing some minimal training, nothing to the level of Shio or Kieran, just to help deal with some of the emotions and things you may be feeling. There are some teachers who may be open to talking it through with you.
I guess I should. I just don't want to turn on my friends again.
That is admirable, and just know that what happened is not a failing on your part. It has happened to the best of us.
Yeah, okay. We'll see.
Have you back, and you can have your old room back.
I don't know about that. I think I'll stay on the ship, but thank you.
No, it's there if you like it. The pillows are much comfier. We've upgraded our pillows. She kind of laughs and she's like,
yeah.
Seriously, Trash. I I am glad you are taking these steps.
Thank you.
Now, you have reign to wander the compound as you need, or if you want to go back to your ship, you are able to. Though please do see to it I get that armor. I don't
Yes.
think the Reed family will be too happy.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think I've already
Yeah, we took it when we went and got Kieran's.
Yeah. The Kira already has the armor, so I'm just
Okay.
going to go back and, do some repairs and just sort of focus on that for a little while.
RB is there, and he brings you a drink
Thanks, RB.
and some noodles.
Perfect.
Because he's the best little droid.
Oh.
He just hates Kieran. Kieran knows what he did.
Yeah.
All right. Kira, what are you doing?
I'm gonna bring the boy his armor back.
All right.
And
Oh yeah, he's laying in the sick bay with like wire. He's got like an IV and stuff in him, and not this was not back to tank level of harm, but this was definitely flush things out of his system harm. And he's kind of laying there, and he sees you walk in. He's like, "Oh hey, I've seen your face around before. Family Wren, right?"
yeah, I suppose if the dramatic exit didn't give it away.
Yeah, that was. Listen, I was a little out of it, but that was some impressive explosive usage.
Thanks. There's something about getting just the right balance of like power plus color.
Oh,
It's an art, really.
It really is. I mean, I think your ancestor would be proud. I've seen some of the video footage of the hologram footage of Sabine's explosions. You are following in her footsteps quite well.
Oh, thanks. So, speaking of footsteps, you have been laying down some big ones of your own.
Oh, well, yeah, that's my job. I'm the family archaeologist. It's my job to get artifacts back for us.
Seriously? That's mine too.
It's like, yeah, I do it specifically for Mandalore and the Mandalorians. That's literally, he's like, I could have bought it off Kagatha, but she wasn't willing to take what I wanted to offer, so I took it.
Yeah, makes sense to me. I mean, she's so arrogant even for a hut.
I know, I don't understand her deal. She was so ready to just like sell me off and get me murdered. I don't understand. I was just taking something that is rightfully mine. I mean, it even has the clan Grease symbol on it.
Then she knew what she was getting into.
That's what I thought. But she clearly does not agree.
Yeah, we'll deal with that one. We'll burn that bridge when it comes to it.
He's like, I think you already did. He kind of laughs and then he kind of coughs and is like, okay. Mainly because I actually had to cough. He turns to you and he's like, it's nice seeing some other Mandalorians on this dusty old planet. And he kind of like looks you up and down for a second. He's like, also not too shabby to look at.
Please, understatement doesn't suit you or me.
And he kind of he laughs and he's like, that's fair. I mean, I'm just saying though. Whenever I'm out of this bed.
Yeah.
He laughs again. He gives you kind of like, he's giving you total Flynn Rider like smiles and smolders and ridiculousness. He's a total cheeseball. But yeah, he's having fun. And he's just like, yeah, that's all I was meant to do is get my family artifacts back.
Well, if you want to branch out a little, but either way, when you're not hooked up to quite so many needles.
Yeah, she was keeping me pretty dosed up so I wouldn't fight back. She knew I was a threat.
Oh, I mean, anybody who doesn't take a Mandalorian seriously gets what's coming to them.
Exactly. And, I'm a pretty good fighter with a sword. You should see my swordsmanship.
Oh, I definitely want to.
And he just, one of the Jedi nurses kind of comes over and starts checking his blood levels and stuff, and it's just like, okay, you two lovebirds. I need this one to get some actual sleep.
Fine. I'll see you later.
He's like, I look forward to it.
And I saunter out in that I know he's watching me go away.
Oh yeah, 100%. Why are all of my characters flirts? I don't know. Except Jan. Jan is an innocent child and I love her. And Alista. Alista's just chilling. But yeah, okay. So you have a date with a prince at some point. Shio, how are you wrapping up for the day?
Well, it's funny. I was planning on having a very similar conversation with the prince, but I'm not going to get in the way of true love. So that's fine.
You can go talk to him.
No, that's almost exactly what was going to happen.
Hey,
like
who
I was going
says
to bring
true
the
love
armor.
is only an A/B conversation.
Oh no, absolutely. But I've also got Reyes, and like I'm not gonna get in the way. I'm gonna let that establish itself for a minute, and then we'll see what options are open. But so I think he's gonna send a message back to Reyes saying, I've got some business with some Mandalorians currently, but could make my way to Coruscant if properly. Of course, my brain's gonna fail on the 1 yard line. Properly intrigued. Why don't you tell me more about this favor?
Yeah, you get a message back pretty quickly. And it's just like, well, it's something I think I'll have to show you more than I'll have to tell you. When you can make your way to Coruscant, hit me up and I will let you know what the favor is.
I look forward to it. I'll try to keep you waiting too long.
It's sex.
And
Kinky sex.
You're gonna, I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you. Yeah. So that's what everyone has done.
I'm a grown up and I can handle conversations like a grown up.
Yeah. So Kieran, how's that going? Jan has just updated you on her life. It's not like weird, I won't stop messaging. It's just like really nice, like, I hope you're doing okay. Here's what I've been up to. And like, I don't know, it's not the, oh my god, where are you? Why aren't you talking to me? It's just,
yeah, I get it.
yeah, it's just straight up just like, here's what I've been doing, and I heard you had this super cool mission, and I want to hear all about it when you're free.
Yeah, and I think it's just a case of Kieran like not trying to rush anything, but turning it into a romantic dinner and telling stories and just discussing and letting that play out over time, and and also like making it clear that he's interested, and that if she's not, then they could still be friends or whatever. But like he's just at the point where he can sort of confidently say like, I'd like to try dating if that could be a thing for us, because he also knows sometimes nerds aren't great at being direct about these types of things. Yeah, I think that's his like heroic arc is like, I can talk to romantic interests.
I can talk to people now.
Yeah.
In a way that actually tells them how I feel.
Yeah, which is funny because he has a low awe. So he's not good at convincing people of things, but he's confident enough to have a conversation with people.
You don't have to Jan, so do you send her a message saying like what's been going on? And
yeah, just trying to catch up, or like set up a meeting so we can get dinner or whatever and go from there.
Yeah, and you get a very enthusiastic, oh, of course, oh my god, I'm so glad I was picking up on the right vibe. Yes, I would love that.
Okay.
And it's a like, I can't currently get off Coruscant, but whenever you're back, I would love to meet up. I'm running a very successful art gallery right now, and it just needs my total focus. But the second you're here, Would love to see you.
Excellent. Yeah, then that's a setup.
Yep. Everything goes back to Coruscant.
Right? I gotta go to Coruscant. Need a lift?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well share a cab, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
trash.
Yep, I'll always go to Coruscant. Coruscant's always fun.
Coruscant is wonderful. But yeah.
Also, because if my sister's going to be hooking up with this guy, I do not want to be within a light year of seeing what could possibly happen.
Oh yeah,
It's totally best if we date on opposite planets.
It is best for, yeah.
I mean, Mandalore and Coruscant are not super close to each other, so I think you're doing okay.
Yep.
But also, twin brain plus the Force can only.
Yeah, requires some distance.
Yep. Good call.
I just wanted to BioWare this and give everyone a romantic option, and now you made a weird.
Like BioWare.
Like, I was about to say.
Yeah, like not
So we picked
BioWare
up on
would
those
do?
vibes
Come on.
perfectly.
Although I will say, for my normally my Wednesday stream is playing permadeath games, but when Mass Effect 2 remaster drops, that's what my Wednesday stream is going to turn into for a while as I replay it, because it's so freaking good. Ugh. And I've only ever played through it once. So.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
I have pre-ordered my copy. I am awaiting it, and no one will know me during that time.
Yep.
I played-
May
I
14th,
played
I think.
Huh?
May 14th, I think.
I think so. I have whenever my copy arrives, I am so ready to play that game. But yeah, so that is where we're going to end. Everybody, you've saved the prince. There are definite threads for wherever whatever happens to the show. Everybody play Mass Effect. It's great.
Yeah.
I played it
And scene.
and
And on that note, folks, we are there will be Saturday morning cartoons continuing, but we're going to take a couple weeks off and figure out what everyone's availability is and what we want to do next. Probably won't be season 2 of this immediately, but that's not been ruled out either. We were talking about it before the show that we would all like to see Silence in the Force come back, or maybe that season would be called something else, but a season 2 of this. So be sure to look for something like that, and we will be back doing something soon. And I'll be here every Saturday morning playing video games or something until then, but definitely look forward to that. We'll be doing something.
Alrighty. Yeah, okay, let's go around and everybody say your names and where they can find you and how they can watch all of your wonderful things until we decide whatever's happening on Saturday mornings. I will start with Jay this time.
Hey y'all, Jay here. You can find me on the socials at Jay Holtham in all the places where social things happen. You can also find me playing games with 12-sided stories on those podcasts, as well as streaming games at happyjacks.org.
All right. Joey, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on all the socials at my name, Joey Nestra, and that's on the Twitter and the Facebooks and the Instagrams, I think. I forget what my Instagram handle is. I'm not on it a lot, to be honest. But yeah, this was the only thing I was streaming currently, hoping to make that change soon. But in the meantime, enjoying a lot of home games and playing a lot of Star Wars The Old Republic. So if you play that, hit me up on the socials and we can talk Star Wars Old Republic stuff. And I can tell you all about how to do things on that I'm learning very, very quickly. But yeah, see you guys soon, hopefully.
Pooja, what you doing?
Hi, I'm Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at LADesigirl, and it's LADESI girl, and pretty much everywhere else is Forgotten Saves. I also do the gaming with 12-sided stories and Happy Jacks because Jay put me in his contract as a writer. And our Call of Cthulhu game is, I believe, coming back next Sunday at 4 p.m. streaming, and then you'll be able to catch it on the podcast. at some unknown time after that. I don't actually know.
All right, Jason. This is your channel.
Oh, yeah, hi, I'm Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay. That's also my Twitter handle. You can find me there. My schedule's usually up there. Saturday mornings, we're typically doing tabletop role-playing game stuff. Sunday afternoon, I have my dev diary that I do a stream crossover with Minerva Fox where she does an art hour and then we chit-chat. And then I work on Demigods for a bit until whatever the next project is. And on Wednesdays, we wear death. I play games that are difficult and usually only give you one try in the sort of the roguelike vein of things, or any game with a permadeath option is something I enjoy. So, and then Fridays is Friday Fly Day, where you can find me and Sam DeLev in a little 2-player No Man's Sky setup, where we explore and find all the pets, because it's turned into Pokemon in space, and it's great. It's everything we ever wanted from the game. So it's got a lot of busy stuff going on. So you can find me there, and that's pretty much it.
Woo! All right. I have been the GM of Star Wars Silence in the Force. I am Blythe Kala. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, all under Blythe Kala 93. That is BLYTHEKALA 93. I have been mostly doing this and Happy Jack's RPG lately. Every other Monday, I play in Stone Top, run by Emily Vanderwerf. Stone Top is currently in the Kickstarter phase. I believe it's already funded, but if you want to throw some extra doll hairs at it, I'm sure it would be greatly appreciated. Stone Top is an adorable little setting where you are the heroes of a town and you protect your town and upgrade it and make sure it's doing okay, and it's really sweet. And my character is definitely gonna marry a fairy king. It's definitely gonna happen. I am like 9,000% certain she's gonna become a fairy queen.
Love it.
Yeah, so check out Twitter, and that's usually where I am most active. Especially during the pandemic, where I don't want to take pictures all the time for Instagram. You can mostly watch me talk about Star Wars and occasionally rant about people being mean on the internet and me not liking it.
Yeah, get them. Get them.
Yeah!
Cool. Is that...
Oh, also VODs for this are on it. Probably Okay Games on YouTube. That's the letters OK.
True.
Please go watch them. If you, for some reason, only tuned in on the finale, this definitely go watch the whole thing, and
please watch it in reverse and tweet your experience as you go, because that would be amazing.
Watch it in the Haruhi Suzumiya order, which is a reference that only some people will get. It's fine.
All right. Well, anything else we need to say before we go?
I think that's it.
Okay, so I'm going to take us to our end screen. We're also going to go raid our friend Persephoroth. She's playing Hades right now, and she's real good at it. And with any luck, I have been talking to her about coming on live and coaching me as I play Hades, because I just started it, and I'm terrible at it. So I thought it'd be fun for her to come on and yell at me while I'm terrible at this video game. So anyway, head over there, say hi for us, and... hopefully, if you can come by tomorrow and join me for the Dev Diary, I'd love to see you there. And until then, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.